Hey everybody, this is Captain Yeet here for you for one of the MyHeroAcademia Manga Chapter Reactions House Review. This is MyHeroAcademia Manga Chapter 416 titled Force Your Way Through Izuku Midoriya. So let's get into it. And before we actually start, an article came out yesterday that Courage Hariyama, I think I'm saying his name right, the creator of Dragon Ball, he died March 1st of a hemorrhage. My mom said it had something to do with like your blood. Obviously that is very sad. I wasn't like, you guys know me, I'm not the biggest fan of Dragon Ball, but still, someone died. That's really sad. And, Dragon Ball is like, it's big, it's worldwide. Everybody knows Dragon Ball. He made a really good thing right there. So I'm going to try to put Goku in the thumbnail somewhere. Obviously, Goku isn't in my hero, but, just to pay him respects because, I like Dragon Ball. I watch it every now and again. I'll watch the movies with my friends because a lot of my friends are like really big fans. But me, I'll look at it every now and again. Well, okay, that's pretty cool, but I didn't watch it like that. I didn't grow up with it. But I understand how big of an impact Dragon Ball had on the world and how good of a creator he is. And he's still like someone died, so that's really sad. So let's get into the chapter. On the first panel, it's pretty wild because what happened last chapter? Oh yeah, Eri. But right before we got Eri, Deku was still fighting Shigaraki, giving him the different vestiges to make him get weaker, and Shigaraki was doing the hand manipulation mutation thing to block himself from Deku's punches because they were so hard. He's doing that here too, but it's even bigger now, and Deku has like claws on his hand, and he's like jumping through, and he has like fangs. Well, it's because of the black wig, but it looks like fangs. He looks like a monster. His like final form looks kind of crazy. I can't wait to see this get animated. But it says Shigaraki sets himself away. 416. Next panel. Okay, we cut right back to Eri running away, and ectoplasm blocks her. Wait, Deku-san needs my help. He's 100 kilometers away. I'll ride one of those things. What? Someone says he's 100 kilometers away. I'll ride one of those thingies. Dabi, the transport things that was the piece of the building we went and stuff. Yeah, Dabi Makia all for one. Those fights were bigger than we expected, compromising the evacuation systems. It won't be moving anytime soon. But besides, it appears you haven't stored enough energy for a rewind. A horn is pretty small. And he says, even if you managed to get there, it wouldn't change anything. Just like that time with Eraserhead. I got hit by a truck, but I'm seeing I'm fine. What he tried to... Oh! I guess after the first war, he tried to bring his eye or whatever back. His eye's still gone and his leg is gone. So it didn't work. I guess he had enough stuff, but it didn't work. Oh, so if she can't bring back limbs... that kind of sucks, because I was really hoping that, because like almost everybody got a scar from this war, but specifically my main concern is Jiro. Jiro lost a whole ear. That's a big part of her quirk. Now if she got like half her ear like cut and it's gonna be a scar or something, that would have been fine. But her whole ear got blown off when she was helping fight One for All. All for One. And that's a big part of her quirk. Because her little quirk is the earlobe thing. One ear is all the way gone. So I'm really hoping Eri could bring that back. I guess she can't do that now. Maybe in the future she can. We can get a panel of it coming back, but it looks like she can't. Well, an ear comparing to an eye or a whole leg, that's two different things. So maybe she can bring back the ear. But anyway, I know how you're feeling, but all we can do is believe in him. So I guess the Eri isn't going to come after that. Okay. I guess that's good because Eri on that kind of battlefield would be pretty bad. I remember everybody was like, yo, Eri's going to go there? Like, I was seeing that everywhere on my timeline. Like, I didn't know where Eri's going to go in this battlefield. Next panel, we see a panel of Eri holding Deku's hand. We see, wow, I just said that. We see Jiro in the background twisting. Yo, come on. You got to bring Jiro's ear back. We see Mina, Bakugo Kirishima behind Deku. That's your dream, Eri-chan. And then I have to work even harder. Deku's still punching Shigaraki. Eri starts to cry. And Koda comes over and holds her hand. Big bro Midoriya cries so easily. Koda-kun? I'm also a crybaby. So when I see him doing his best, then we get a flashback to the muscular fight. I feel like I need to step in. And then when he came to comfort him, when he came back to UA, that's nice. Um, they seem pretty buddy buddy. I can't remember if they ever met before. I always seen a lot of fan art of Koda, Eri, and that kid from the second movie like talking to each other, but it's like drawing a blank, honestly, if they ever talked before this moment. Um, I don't know. Have they? Yeah, I'm drawing a blank. I don't think they have. Maybe they mentioned it off screen or something, but I can't remember off the top of my head any other time they talked or met. I mean that's still kind of cool though. We see some civilians watching the TV, and we specifically zoom in on this one guy with an All Might T-shirt with his eyes and mouth smiling. Uh, oh, and he was there during the whole Deku coming back to UA, and everybody was yelling at him, and he specifically says, "Say you get the rest here for now. We will get back to our old lives eventually." He starts to look concerned because Deku's giving it his all. Okay. Next panel, we see Deku using Black Whip, and he grabs a ton of the finger tendril things, and he's like pulling them apart, pulling them to the side, and his face is all blacked out. We can see the white of his eyes. That looks cool. I think he's also kicking another hand. Everyone is in this together with me, and he starts crying. The guy watching. Well, we'll bring it all back. Next panel, we see everybody walking out of UA because it's finally on the ground now. Kaminari's like holding on to Momo because I guess he's pretty hurt from the fall. I want to see a lot more Kaminari. What's he got to fight? Mine headcanon this whole time. I wanted to make a video about this, but I never did. I wanted Kaminari to, because remember, the UA like had a gigantic fence around it, so Sakuragi couldn't run away, and it had so much electricity pumping through it because of Kaminari that third year and the guy from Class 1B. That even if Sakuragi touched it, it'll keep him paralyzed for like a few seconds, right? So he couldn't touch the gate. And when it was falling, so I kept thinking Kaminari's gonna walk out, touch the gate, generate all the electricity through him, and do like a huge electricity, beam at Sakuragi and hit him, keep him paralyzed long enough for Bakugo or Deku or whoever to come in. I kept thinking that was gonna happen. That was my headcanon for the longest. Obviously that's not happening now, but I wanted that to happen, but it didn't. But I mean, it's whatever. Anyway, Momo has a phone and she's showing Kaminari, and we see some other people and gurneys and stuff. It's the guy from Class 1B, like I said. Oh, Monama's on the gurney. Monoma hang in there. I thought he got teleported away. Oh, no. Eraser had got teleported away. Monoma just got jumped by the Twices. Midoriya's sun has gone dark again. Yeah, we see on the phone, he's like tearing through the hands. He looks like a monster. He really does look like a monster in this one panel. A little bit like Kirishima on Unbreakable. And Kaminari looks kind of sad, and he goes, Momo, that one trope in comics where characters like me and Kirishima keep saying I trust the guy no matter what and stuff, I'm not too familiar with those works. I guess you don't read shonen. Midoriya is probably the strongest in the whole world right now. So why is it that I still don't have that feeling as when All Might would say it's fine now? Momo, does being worried mean I don't trust him? And he starts crying. That's sweet. I mean, obviously, you gotta be a little worried. That's your boy. That's your friend. Even though you know he got that power in him. The strongest in the world, probably. I mean, we don't know any other characters in other states like that, but most likely Deku is probably the strongest guy that we know of right now. But, it's okay to be worried. We cut over to Suyu and her group, and the helicopter's coming in. Can we see Muraka? I don't see Muraka. I see Suyu crying and a ton of people all over the ground. I see Pixie Bob, the tiger. I don't see Muraka on the ground anywhere. That's pretty bad. Oh, no. Okay. I just zoom out. She's on the gurney right here. We see somebody calling in the helicopter. That's right. She's on the verge of death. It's that girl from UA. Her name is gravity or something. I'm not sure. So he'll be arriving there soon. The UA robots are heading your way. This gravity girl needs help. Oh, the feed from Midoriya's fight is coming in. What is happening? Leave it for late. And then we cut over to Hawks on the ground, Tokoyami on the ground getting Shamakia, and Hawks is saying gravity. It's that girl. Hold up. Who's that next to Moraka and the gurney? I can't tell who that is inside the helicopter. There's somebody else all banged up next to Moraka. It looks like they have white hair, but that's not Dabi. I can't tell who that is. I don't know. Maybe it's Hawks, but his hair seems too long. But Toga isn't anywhere near here. Did she die? Oh, if she died, she would have been on the ground. But who would have picked her up? Dabi's out of commission. Compressors in jail. Spinner's out of commission. Twice is dead. Sagaraki's fighting. Yeah, who would have picked her up? Unless he stood up, but she was on the verge of death too, so I don't know. Anyway, we cut over to Hawks remembering what Umuraka was saying to all the civilians when Deku was trying to come back to UA. If all of us are even a little capable of seeing each other united as one, we cut back over to Deku looking like a monster, plowing through all the fingers. We cut away over to Rocklock talking to Lady Nagant. Why are you helping Midoriya? He opened up my heart. He does the thing that involves hate. He does the thing that evildoers hate the most. Yeah, when fighting villains, we gotta make them lose the will to fight as fast as we can. And he's probably doing the same thing right now. He's choosing a thornier path, refusing to see the world as black and white. He suffers a lot in the process, but that what makes me want to root for him. And we see Deku looking normal again. All the black whip, like, monsterness is away. And we can see his actual face, and he's screaming, and he's crying. Everybody's watching. Yo, why is this so tiny? Oh, do your best. We get one panel of Deku screaming. We can see his full face now, so it doesn't look like a monster. Then we get another panel of like a huge room of people watching the TV, and it's like this one little text bubble, and it's so tiny. It says like some random person saying "doing your best." I don't know why it's so tiny. And then we get another panel of Sagaraki yelling, and he's holding his hand down. He's yelling, "Stay away!" And we see a picture of his dad saying that, like, when he went to go kill him. And we see Deku coming in for a mean punch. And then his house appears right in front of him. Not Deku's house. This is Sagaraki's house when he was a kid. What is that? Appear before Deku. And Deku's in like his regular school uniform now. The destruction of everything. Streaming from that house. 416 end. Okay. Okay, that was the chapter. Pretty good. I guess we'll go top to bottom to review it. Throughout this whole chapter, Deku was just punching through Sagaraki's fingers. It's not too much of a fight. We just cut away to different points. We see Ectoplasm talking to Eri, obviously telling her she can't go to the battlefield because Deku was like hundreds of kilometers away. Plus the whole UA like railroad system that's like all busted up because of the All for One and Dabi's fight, so that can't work anyway. And besides, you try to bring back Eraserhead, but it didn't work. And his eye is still gone, and his leg is still gone. So, and also he said that Eri doesn't have enough energy inside of her horn because it's not big enough to even do anything for Deku. Hopefully, like I said, she can bring back Jiro's ear, but I'm hoping she can bring back Jiro's ear, but we don't know. But hopefully. After that, we cut over to Koda, and he comforts Eri while they're watching Deku. Then we start to cut away to different battlefields. Everybody's starting to get to the hospital. Helicopters coming in. They're done with their fights. You see Kaminari getting really worried about Deku. with Momo, so that was a really sweet scene. We see Umuraka get picked up in a helicopter because he was on the verge of death, losing a lot of blood. But we don't see Toga. It doesn't make any sense because he was pretty banged up too, and she was giving Umuraka blood, and there's no other villains there to help her get away. So if she was able to get up and walk away, she's probably gonna die very soon. So yeah, that's pretty bad. And we also cut over to Lady Nagant and Rocklock, and they're just talking to each other about how Deku likes to see the light in everybody. He doesn't just want to see the world as black and white. It really makes you want to root for him. And eventually Deku is able to get through to Sagaraki's main body. There are all the fingers. And we finally get to see Sagaraki screaming. And well, not finally get to see Sagaraki screaming, but he finally gets to Sagaraki. And it looks like he actually hits him. But then, every time he gives a quirk over to Sagaraki, the memories get blended. So now that's starting to happen again. So I guess we'll see what happens now. And there was one more thing I wanted to mention before I cut it off. No, I can't find it. I guess that's it. There's one more thing though. What was it? Because he's seeing his dad, so obviously we're gonna get a memory from his childhood. I know there's a lot of theories that All For One gave Sagaraki his decay quirk, and then it went out of control. So we might get to see that happen. There was something else I was thinking of. It's gonna suck because I'm gonna forget it until next week, and then I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna forget it then too. Oh, but throughout this whole chapter, he looked like a monster, a villain, because he had the black whip tendrils and everything all around him. And at the end of the chapter, Deku, he finally gets all that stuff off him. So I'm guessing he transferred the banjo quirk, and he looks normal again. So yeah, okay. So like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you all later. Thank you all for watching. I think you all there would be wonderful human beings, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. Alright. Yo. I mean, this has nothing to do with My Hero, but I do Kurobaki reviews. Apparently, an anime just got announced for that, which I'm really excited for. I'll probably do reviews for that too. And I'm doing reviews for season 7 for My Hero too, so get tuned for that. But it's only on chapter 23 for Kurobaki, so this is a lot of filler. I don't know how they're gonna make a TV show. I mean, I don't know how they're gonna make one season. I know the first season for My Hero was only 13 episodes, and then season 2 and beyond was 24. But how many chapters of My Hero was out when the first season came out? Because the first season for Kurobaki can just be 13, but how many chapters for My Hero were out before that? I don't know, because I didn't start watching My Hero until halfway through season 2 was out, and I didn't start reading it week by week until the first war arc. So I don't know. I gotta look that up. But I guess that's it. All right. Bye bye. All right.